Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 5 of this hyperrealistic portrait drawing series. In this episode, we will be shading one of the most complex and expressive areas of the face, the cheek and the nose. These areas are filled with soft transitions, oily skin glow, moisture and sweat. The challenge is to create texture and contrast while keeping the skin looking soft, wet and alive. Whether you are working with charcoal, graphite or combination, the techniques I will share here can bring the drawings to the next level. So let's begin step by step and break this process down in a way that is easy to follow and recreate. I always start with a soft foundation. For the nose, I am using a soft brush to apply a thin even layer of charcoal powder. This paste on creates a smooth surface that blends easily in the upcoming steps. The key here is to keep the motion circular and gentle. You are not scrubbing, just gliding the brush over the surface to create an even layer. Think of this as priming your canvas. Once the base is laid, I deepen the shadow area by concentrating more powder in selective regions. Especially, I darken the side planes of the nose and underneath the tip. These areas naturally receive less light and help define the form early on. I recommend switching to smaller brush for this. The smaller size gives you better control when pushing pigment into tight corners or creating smooth transitions. This step might feel simple, but don't rush it. How well you establish these first tones determines how real the final result will feel. Take a moment to zoom out and check the structure. Is the nose looking round? Does it already show depth without details? If yes, you are on the right track. With the nose base done, let's move on to the cheek. I repeat the same method, applying a soft even layer of charcoal powder using my brush. The cheek is a broad area, so you can use slightly larger brush if needed. But here is where it gets tricky. The cheek has many subtle curves and transitions, unlike the nose which has sharper planes. The cheek needs a very delicate balance of light and dark. I begin building depth by concentrating darker values along the curves of the cheekbone and in the shadow that runs from the nose crease outward. Use your reference image closely here. Observe where the light hits and where it fades. If you press too hard or blend too much, the skin will look flat. Instead, try building tone gradually. Think in layer, light on first, then mid-tone, then soft shadows. Keep the brush moving in small circles to avoid harsh edges. This method makes the cheek appear soft and realistic. Now let's work on the nostrils and the structural curves of the nose. I'm using an HB pencil here. This grade is perfect for building midtones without going too dark too quickly. I lightly sketch the shape of the nostrils and fill it with short circular strokes. The key is to keep it subtle. Don't outline the nostrils harshly. Real nostrils blend into the surrounding skin. Next, I gently shade the edges of the nose to enhance its form. I follow the natural curves with light controlled pencil strokes. This gradually builds dimension without creating sharp lines. Here comes one of my favorite steps, highlighting. I am using a mono zero eraser to lift out soft highlights on the nose. I start between the nose and eye, where light naturally bounces off the upper bridge. Using small controlled motions, I gently tap or drag the eraser to lift just enough pigment. These should look like a natural light reflections, not white lines. I will also place few subtle highlights on the nose tip and the bridge. Keep in mind this area does not have heavy sweat buildup, so the reflections are soft and minimal. If your reference does not show intense highlights here, don't invent them. Realism comes from restraint. It is better to have few good highlights than too many overpowering ones. Now it is time to bring the cheek to life with skin texture. I start under the eye and begin curving out wrinkle lines using the mono zero eraser. These are not deep wrinkles, just gentle skin folds that add realism. I don't copy the reference exactly, but I mimic the general direction and spacing of the lines. As I move down to the cheek, I use the mono zero eraser to create small dots, broken lines and random irregular shapes. Now with the 2H pencil, I gently shade the areas between these highlights. This step is vital, it creates depth and makes the skin texture pop. For the lower cheek, I switch methods. First I draw dots and textures using 2H pencil, then I use the mono zero eraser to carve out tiny highlights around them. This approach gives the same result in reverse. You can use either technique or combine them. Personally, I prefer lifting highlights first because it is easier to control and adjust later. So this is a crucial step. Now I will add the strong wet looking highlights that give the cheek its glowing sweat effect. I am using a white jelly roll pen to place very small bright dots on the curved lines on the top of the earlier highlights. I do this in high reflection zones like upper cheekbone and mid cheek. Use this sparingly, you don't want every part of the cheek to shine. Realistic sweat has hot spots, just a few reflective areas where moisture collects or catches light. One tiny dot too many can ruin the balance. Always zoom out after each mark and assess the overall glow. Make sure you are not overdoing it. Now let's take a quick look at shading the ear. This might not be the main feature, but it still needs attention. I'm using a small brush to gently apply charcoal powder into the darker areas of the ear, the inner folds, creases and behind the rim. Once the pigment is in place, I switch to soft brush and blend everything together into the hazy out of focus texture. The reason we keep ear blurry is to maintain focus on the nose and cheek. If you detail everything, your drawing will lose realism and look overwhelming. To finish the ear, I dab it with kneadable eraser to lift just few soft highlights. These are not sharp, just gentle light spots that make the ear look natural. This soft technique helps you control attention and guide the viewer's eye to where it matters most. So here are some quick tips. Apply base tone with charcoal powder and build shadows gradually. Use an HB pencil to shade nostrils and shape nose curves gently. Lift out soft highlights with mono zero eraser. Keep them light and scattered. Build cheek texture using eraser for highlights and 2H pencil for depth. Use jelly roll pen for only the strongest, most natural, wet looking reflections. Keep the ears soft and blurry using light powder. And that's it for the episode 5. We have tackled some most intricate and expressive areas of the portrait, from subtle shadows and fine texture to sweaty highlights and soft skin glow. This section really adds life and character to the face. In the next episode, we will be shading lips and lower face. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next episode.